Winter of 1887. The blizzard howled through Wyoming territory. This storm was a brutal test of survival, claiming lives and breaking hearts. At a lonesome train station in Cheyenne, a woman sat frozen. Her breath formed white clouds. She clutched a worn leather bag, $3, a faded photograph, and a heart full of broken dreams. What happened next would become the most talked about love story in the West, changing two lives forever. The wind cut through Cheyenne like a knife. Elizabeth Libby Montgomery pulled her thin shawl tighter, her fingers numb. The last train east had left hours ago. She was stranded. Just weeks earlier, Libby was a trained nurse in Philadelphia. But a vicious lie, a doctor's rejected advances, and the public scandal that followed had shattered her career. She fought back, yes, breaking his nose with a bedpan, but no one believed her. Ostracized, she spent her last money on a ticket west. Now, that money was gone. She sat, watching her breath fog, wondering if she'd freeze to death. Then, through the swirling snow, came the sound of hooves. A massive figure on a magnificent black stallion approached. His expensive leather boots and confident stride spoke of power. He pushed through the station door, bringing a gust of wind. "Evening, miss. Mighty cold night. To be sitting out here alone." Libby could only manage a small nod. The man noticed her worn clothes, her educated bearing, and her medical bag. "Name's Jackson Jack Thornton. I own the Double T Ranch about 20 miles north. Are you a doctor, miss?" "No, nurse. Elizabeth Montgomery, from Philadelphia." Jack's eyes widened. A trained nurse was rarer than gold. "Miss Montgomery, you are going to freeze to death. The storm's getting worse. Please, let me take you somewhere warm." "I don't have money for a hotel." "That's not your concern. Getting you warm and fed is what matters. We can sort out the rest later." Jack shrugged off his heavy coat and wrapped it around her. The warmth made her gasp with relief. He then scooped her up in his arms. "The Kettleman's Hotel is just across the street. We'll get you warm. Then you can tell me what brings a trained nurse to Wyoming." Pressed against his chest, Libby felt safe. Before we roll back time, tell us where you're tuning in from in the comments, and hit subscribe for more untold Wild West tales. A trained nurse is worth her weight in gold. Jack Thornton, carrying a half-frozen woman into the finest hotel in Cheyenne, was a sight the town wouldn't forget. Libby sat by the fireplace, sipping the coffee Jack poured. "You seem to know something about medicine yourself." "You learn a few things running a ranch, but I'm no trained nurse. What brought you west, Miss Montgomery?" Libby told him the truth. The scandal, the dismissal, the desperate journey. "A man forced himself on you, and you fought back. I broke his nose with a bedpan. Good for you, I hope it hurt." He didn't judge. Out here, we judge people by what they do, not by the lies told about them back east. A trained nurse is worth her weight in gold in this territory. As he stood to leave, Libby called out, "Mr. Thornton, why are you helping me? You don't know me." "Maybe because I know what it's like to be alone, and maybe because I've been praying for someone like you to come along. But more than that, I've been looking for someone special, someone with strength and courage, someone who'd break a man's nose rather than let him take." He left her, and a spark of hope ignited for the first time in months. The offer and the truth. The next morning, Jack returned with an offer. Mining camps are rough places for a woman alone. My Double T ranch covers 50,000 acres. I'm offering you a position as the ranch's nurse. Good pay, comfortable quarters, all the supplies you need. What would you expect in return? Honest work for honest pay, nothing more. Libby, I'm not the kind of man who'd take advantage. If something personal were to develop, it would be because we both wanted it, not because you felt obligated. She accepted, but asked for the catch. All right, here's the truth. We're 20 miles from the nearest town. You'd be the only single woman on the ranch. It can be lonely. I've been lonely in cities full of people. At least, ranch loneliness would be honest. And one more thing, my family has money. Some might say you're trying to catch yourself a wealthy husband. Let them say what they want. I know my own heart. I believe you do. Welcome to the Double T, Nurse Montgomery. As they shook hands, a spark of electricity passed between them. This job would be far more complicated and far more wonderful than she had ever imagined. The miracle in the bunkhouse. The ride to the ranch cemented Libby's sense of freedom. Jack had bought her a proper riding outfit, calling it an advance on her salary. The ranch itself was vast, a self-contained world. Jack showed her to her cabin and the adjoining room, a fully equipped medical office. A good nurse is worth a fortune. I ordered most of this months ago, hoping I'd find someone to use it. Libby quickly earned the respect of the ranch hands. Her nights were spent talking with Jack on her porch. Their professional lines were blurring. One evening, Jack finally told her about his past, revealing he had lost his first wife, Rebecca, to fever. She was special, but she was nothing like you. You're strong, independent. I love that about you. Mine aren't either. Before they could say more, the foreman burst in. A young cowboy named Danny had been severely trampled. Libby flew into professional mode, a crushed chest, internal bleeding. No time to wait for a doctor. Clear a table. I need light and water. Tom, assist me. He'll be dead before the doctor gets here. We have to act now. For 3 intense hours, Libby worked over Danny's broken body. When she finally stepped back, exhausted but triumphant, Danny's breathing was steady. He'll live. Jack watched from the doorway with undisguised admiration. Later that night, sitting on her porch under the moonlight, Jack made it clear. What you did tonight? It was incredible. It's why I love you. I love you too. Jack leaned over and kissed her. Marry me, Libby. I can't imagine my life without you now. Forever and always. The wedding was planned for the first Saturday in June. Libby wore a gown from San Francisco, Jack, his finest black suit. They were married on the porch of the main house. Do you, Jackson Thomas Thornton, take Elizabeth Rose Montgomery to be your lawfully wedded wife? I do. And do you, Elizabeth Rose Montgomery? I do. The kiss drew cheers and whistles from the assembled crowd. That night, Jack fastened a gold locket around her neck. Inside was their photo and the simple engraving. Forever and always. Now you'll always have me close to your heart. I already do. Their happiness was tested when Dr. Harrison, the man from Philadelphia, arrived. He came to destroy Libby with old lies about her virtue. Did you tell your husband about your behavior back in Philadelphia, my dear? I told him about a coward who tried to force himself on me and got his nose broken for his trouble. Jack's fist connected with his jaw, sending Harrison sprawling. The hearing was held in Cheyenne. But Harrison's old lies were no match for Libby's new reputation. Patient after patient testified to her skill. The judge's decision was swift. Libby's certificate was officially recognized. Harrison was ordered to leave Wyoming immediately. A legacy in the West? By 1892, Jack and Libby were the territory's most influential couple. Jack founded the town of Thornton, Wyoming. Libby established the territory's first modern hospital and a nursing school. Their love story became a legend. Do you ever regret it? Leaving Philadelphia? Taking a chance on a rough cowboy? Never. That night you found me was the luckiest night of my life. Today in the museum, you can still see Libby's medical bag next to Jack's wedding ring. And on the hill overlooking the Double T Ranch, their shared headstone stands. The inscription, chosen by their children, reads simply, "Forever and always." If this epic love story inspired you, please give this video a like. It tells us you want more tales of courage and romance from the frontier. The West is full of legends. Next, we delve into the dark side of frontier justice with the true story of the Lincoln County War. Click the screen now to watch.